I have got an obsession with street food. Street food, by definition, is prepared or cooked food sold by vendors in a street or other public location for immediate consumption. One thing I love about social media is that it gives the chance for people to show food from around the world, and you get a real insight into different cultures and different countries' food, or even food in your own city that you may have never known about. I've done a few YouTube shorts and TikToks about food markets and street food that I've tried, but people have always requested a longer video. So this is for you. Let's go and explore some of London's best street food spots and actually find some that we never even knew existed. The first place that we stopped was this little juice stand, which has always taken my eye because everyone always seems to be queuing for these different drinks. They had loads of flavours, but I thought I'd get a little green one for the morning, and this was actually really good. Sometimes the green ones literally taste like grass, but I think this had a lot of apple and pear, and it was freshly squeezed, and it really hit the spot and kept me going whilst I was browsing around looking for some breakfast delights. Now, there are loads of different bakeries that have stands at Borough Market, so it was quite hard to pick, so I kind of got an assortment of loads of different things. But doesn't everything just look so delicious? I feel like you could browse around the same market every day for a year and you would always see something different. There were all these good cheeses, and I also just love people watching and all the different vendors setting up and just people who are passionate about what they do. I was very tempted to get this pistachio pain au chocolat. However, this was from Bread Ahead, and I actually have had some bad experiences with Bread Ahead. Every time I've gotten one of their donuts or anything that people have raved about, they've never been good, so I steered clear today. If you're travelling and you want to try out Borough Market, let me tell you, early morning is the time to come. It is so much better than when you come at lunch, but then at lunchtime, obviously not everything's open, so you gotta pick your battle. Back from Borough Market, and let me tell you, if you're going to Borough Market and you just want to go and see the sauces, the bread, the cheese, all of that sort of thing, you don't want to try the hot food, go early in the morning, because let me tell you, the later you go, it gets so flipping busy. Obviously this morning I was just going for a little look around for some baked goods, and I will say that they delivered. It was actually a hard choice in putting it down, so I have bought an array of things, and I'm going to do it almost like I've made my own breakfast buffet, which I'm very happy about. So I really like this little bakery, Moishi. They did mini things that you can pick and try different things in miniature, and that's literally my dream. I'd love it if everywhere made miniature things. I like to try them all. I also went to Olivier's bakery, and I actually got this because when I'm in France, I get this croissant aux amandes, I think it's called, and it is so flipping good. And if I can find a replica in England, that would be great. That would be fantastic. I also I thought it might be nice to try something different that I've never tried before. This is a spinach and feta croissant. And then the last thing that we're going to try is this, which is it's called pain au lait. So it's it's a bread with creme fraiche in it, and I've never tried that before, so I thought that'd be really interesting to try. That's a good looking plate. I'm going to start with the savoury things. The first thing I got was this, which is a cheese bread, and these are the miniature things. However, it looks very, very dense, but I'm willing to give it a go. Maybe the denseness is the cheese. No. It said a sweet cheese bread, and the fact that it is sweet but also tastes like cheese is throwing me off. I feel like I need to cleanse the palate with this guy, which looks a lot better. Got some lamination, aeration, spinach and feta. It's okay, but it kind of just tastes like something you get at Greg's. It's really squidgy croissant. I like it when it's nice and crisp on the outside. And the feta and the spinach doesn't really have much flavour to it. The mini chocolate croissant, it's not bad, but it's just not good. There's not much chocolate flavour. Then we have the fruit Danish. I'm going to be so real with you. They kind of just taste like something you get at the supermarket. They don't taste freshly baked. And then I can't remember what this one was. That one's probably the best one. But look, it's really dry. You can, that's so dry and stale. But I will say that one has a super yummy almond flavour. They've got the almond flavour on point. Let's see if this guy can redeem it. It's the croissant aux amandes. See how similar it is to the ones in France. I literally just got back from France and had these a lot, so let's see. That's probably the best of a bad bunch, I'm not gonna lie. It's really light and squidgy and aerated, and it tastes a lot like almond. But I kind of like it when it's a bit like crispier. I think that's the thing. None of this was crispy. I think the croissant aux amandes I would totally get again. It's not as good as the French ones. Everything else I would definitely not. And let's cut a section of this pain au lait. I'm feeling very, very hopeful about this. It's quite nice and soft actually. It kind of tastes like a brioche. It's quite a yeasty flavour actually. What I like about it is that there's some variety in texture. We've got a bit of a crispy crunch coming from here. Again, it's good, but it hasn't knocked my socks off. I was expecting more from these bakeries. I feel a little bit disappointed. So let's hope that we're going up from here. Then we were off to Notting Hill because there was a lot of exploring that I wanted to do. I wanted to visit this amazing little cookbook shop, which was so cool. And I also wanted to visit this Korean bakery, which I've had my eye on for so long. And obviously that's not really street food, so we're not going to include that in this section of the vlog, but maybe another day. And then I just stumbled across this little street food spot, and they claim that they make the best falafel in the whole of London. And I'm a little bit like Buddy the Elf. If something claims that it's the best, I have to try it. Whether it's going to be good or not, I have to give it a go. But what was great is they gave me a little free sample of the falafel when I was waiting, which was big points scored, and it was so good. It was all freshly handmade. He makes the little balls and then they fry it right in front of you. This is the pure definition of street food, and I love that I just stumbled across this. I wasn't even planning to go there. There's loads of little street food places in Notting Hill today, and I walked across this falafel place, and apparently it's the best falafel in London. It's so fully loaded, and the falafel was so crispy. It's got aubergine, jalapenos. I got the whole shebang. It's quite saucy. I feel like I want more of the pickle. There's only one pickle, and I love the like crisp acidity of the pickle, and I feel like I want more in there. I wish there was a bit more acidity, kind of counteract it. But it's really good and salty and crispy. I think I already just got a falafel box. They have falafel and halloumi boxes, and they look pretty good too. I had my falafel wrap, and it was actually really good. And the more I got into it, the more the pickles were popping off in there, and it just like that vinegariness works so well in the falafel, and the falafel was really crispy and good. And I've also got my little bits from the bakery. So I'm on my way to the noodle bar now, and I'm so excited. It just looks so good whenever I see it, and I just love noodles. I'm a bit of a noodle lover. Also, it is so stunning around here. Just everywhere you look, it's got little pretty bits. It's just crazy to me that that's people's homes. It's so beautiful. Apparently this is pronounced phuc, which means happy Buddha, and they sell Vietnamese food. I was going with my friend, which meant that we could order more food and test more things for you. So this is the laksa, which they are known for. It is actually so beyond delicious. We also got these little gyoza and the duck pancakes. Now the duck pancakes weren't actually that good. They were a little bit fatty and didn't have much flavour to them. But those little gyoza were absolutely amazing. They had so much flavour, they were crispy, they were crunchy, and that sweet chilli sauce that they have them in was absolutely unreal. I also love the open dining of this. I just love that it's very convivial, and like it just feels so nice. I got the pho, which I probably in hindsight wish I got the laksa, but it was still really good. But if you are looking for a good bowl of pho, I think that's how it's pronounced, then I would actually recommend this place, which was in my last vlog, but I feel like more people need to know about it. It's another Vietnamese spot, and oh my goodness, it was the best pho of my whole entire life. Also, even the drinks, this was the cold crisp beer, and they also had this lychee drink. Sorry if you saw this in the last vlog, but I feel like I had to show it because they literally do street food, and it was also good. We got the mango salad, which was also amazing. I don't really have a bad word to say about this place. However, it is in a really unsuspecting location. Like, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it is a bit of a trek to get to, but I feel like it was totally worth it for the food that I had. And look at this pho, it was just so flipping good. I could eat that right now. Everything was so fresh and fragrant, and if you want to find out any other spots, I'll make sure I list them all in the description, all of the places that I've been to. But I feel like if you are walking by this place, then you need to give it a go. Really good. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That is phenomenal. This was the first place that we tried at Seven Dials Market. Now, I've been to Seven Dials Market quite a few times, and this place always has a queue and I've always wanted to try. I got the samosas first, but actually I've preferred some other samosas. They were just quite pastry-y. But then we got the butter chicken, the rice and the naan, and this was actually really delicious. I really liked the little pickled onion. I always like a little vinegary crunch acidity. The butter chicken was really smooth and it had a really good flavour to it, and it was quite spicy, I will say that. The naan bread was also really nice and soft. Then we went to get these hand-pulled noodles, and let me tell you, not good at all. They had like almost a ready-made processed feel to them, even though they were supposed to be hand-pulled. I just didn't overly enjoy the flavour, and I feel like the texture of the actual noodles also were quite uneven, which would be fine if they tasted good, but they just weren't a vibe for me. I was a bit full by this point, but I had this passion fruit jasmine tea, and flip me, it was delicious. And my friend got the yum buns, which she said were really, really good. This was the prawn one and the chicken one, and she'd really recommend.
Honestly, I'm having the best time, I really am. But it is peeing it down with rain right now, and peeing it down with rain and street food don't go together. I feel like this is a little bit of a cop-out, but also not a cop-out, because every time I've gone to this place, there has been the fattest queue, like the longest line, and I've never been able to wait. Last time I went, there was a 50-minute wait, but I found it online. The Yorkshire burrito, which I don't know if you've seen on Camden. It's at Camden Market, and I went to go with my brother one time, and they're like, sorry, there's too much of a queue, you can't have it. Which was heartbreaking, and I was so excited, I didn't know it would be on delivery. So that is what we have got. I'm actually, again, I'm gonna have to put my hair up for this because this is serious business. We're not messing around here. Yorkshire burrito. And then with it, we got these, which are the loaded roast potatoes. The little tiny pot of gravy. I love gravy. I think gravy is, actually it's not underrated. I feel like it's rated as it should be. I feel like people talk about gravy quite a lot. As they should. It's kind of, I'm kind of tempted to like sip it like a cup, but I'm also, oh yeah, that looks good. It doesn't look so good, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of all coming out, I don't know if you can see that. There's something about it which feels really gross. Like, I don't know why, but just in my very core, I feel like I don't agree with this. I don't know why, like I want a little Yorkshire pudding that I can cut into and is crispy. I feel like part of the joy of the Yorkshire pudding is when it's crisp. The flavour's good, it's very salty. Although I'm not seeing, and look, can you see that? We're starting to hit veg. We're hitting veg, we've got a roast potato there, a little bit of spinach. Considering this was on delivery, this is piping hot. They have done a fantastic job here. Like, it's fun for the thrill, but I probably wouldn't get it again. I wouldn't be clambering back to get it again. It's fun, it's novel, but I feel like a roast on a roast dinner plate is the best thing. Another novel factor here is the loaded roast potato. This box is gone to smush, like it's not doing well, but I'm so excited to try it. Also, it's just, as much as I love the street food experience, like it was so fun at phat just being able to sit there, real nice atmosphere, but everyone, like, it feels very convivial and it feels like everyone's there for a good time, all there to, like, I don't know, there's something nice about eating outside and like all closely packed. You know what I mean about something being too like dirty, in terms of like, it just looks, it looks too much, and it feels like it's just, they're trying to go for being a viral food, and actually it just doesn't taste good. And that's what I feel like they've done here. Like, some people I feel would literally love this, but it's just too much. Oh my gosh, it's cheese, gravy, potato, onion, roast chicken. I take everything back that I just said. That is absolutely delicious and delightful. Oh my goodness, sweet mother of pearl. I feel like the ratios of this are so much better than the Yorkshire burrito. The burrito, there's too much Yorkshire pudding, whereas this you get like a little bit of the chicken, you get a little bit of the cheese, you get a little bit of the potato. This is so flipping good. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. This deserves more praise than the Yorkshire burrito. That's so good.
Now, a completely different vibe from Yorkshire burrito is bao. Now, bao, I feel like is a cross between a restaurant and street food because of the style of food that it is. But I'm going to put it in here anyway. It doesn't really count as street food, but I just had such a good time that I feel like I had to share it with you all. And I feel like you would love it as well. Now, I do personally feel like bao is a little bit overpriced for the portion size and what you get. But yet the food is really delicious. As much as I don't mind solo dining, there's something to be said for being able to go with friends because then you can just try basically one of everything on the menu. So we got to try the fried chicken. It was really good, but I do prefer it at that Vietnamese place that I had the best fried chicken ever. And we got a wide variety of the buns that they have. I have to say the original was my favourite. It's like beef and it's just so like the soft bun. I could literally just like the mouth feel is just so good of that soft bun. They have little crispy crunchy things and it's so good. I would love it if you told me some of your favourite street food spots wherever you are, whether you're halfway across the world or whether you are just down the road in London. Then please let me know because I just love finding out about different cuisines and I feel like there's so much to learn with food. If you could try any food in the world, whether it's street food or whether it's just a random food that you've always wanted to crave and try, then please let me know in the comments. I feel like we should get a little thread going of foods that you've always wanted to try and that would make me so happy. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I love you all loads. See you soon!